Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Weiner, Democratic candidate for mayor of the city of New York. I have said that other texts and photos were likely to come out, and today they have. As I've said in the past, these things that I did were wrong and hurtful to my wife and caused us to go through many challenges in our marriage that extended past my resignation from Congress. While some of the things that have been posted today...
You know, you could laugh at this. You could do the Weiner jokes. I think he's mentally ill. And we're not supposed to ridicule the mentally ill. I believe we are listening and looking at a man who is seriously mentally ill. I wouldn't say Anthony Weiner should be committed. I don't think he's a danger to anyone but himself. But is this the sign of a sane man? Is this the sign of a man who should run for the mayorship of a city, any city? Nevertheless, the largest city in the United States of America? What is mental illness anymore? And here's another question for you on the Savage Nation. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Should his wife Huma be standing with him? I watched this, and I was sad for him, and I was sad for her. It's not his little fantasy world that bothers me at all. I really don't care about his virtual sex hang-up or his consensual sex problems. I don't care about his infidelities other than his wife, Huma. But this shows that the man has no common sense, no sense of self-respect. He didn't learn from his first public disgrace. He calls himself Carlos Danger after resigning from Congress, and he continues to engage in this 12-year-old behavior, and he still thinks he's entitled to the public's respect, trust, and vote. Why is New York unable to produce a mayor of any quality? Let's take it to a higher level. Why do people of quality refuse to enter politics by and large? Let's take another question. Why would Anthony Weiner subject himself and his family to such public embarrassment in the pursuit of power? Moreover, what does it say about his wife Huma, who works for Hillary Clinton, who is standing there next to him, justifying what he did, making it only a family problem? I think it is worthy of discussion, and I think you should call 855-400-7282, and I think you should chime in on this remarkable day in American politics. I want you to listen now to the wife of this man, in case you do not know what I'm talking about. This character, Anthony Weiner, who resigned from Congress a while ago, I don't exactly know when, 2 years, because of the scandal where he showed his private parts online. He was forced to resign. He was caught today forced to admit to sending additional explicit photos and texts of his private parts to a woman he met online after he resigned from Congress. Now, that's the important part. He didn't learn from losing his position in Congress. She says it began months after he resigned from Congress for similar behavior. Is this a man you would vote for? I mean, what is going on in the United States of America that we get a man like him? We get corruption. We get mentally ill people. We get deviants running for office. But what's really strange to me was the wife. Listen to the next clip, 8, of the wife.
When we faced this publicly 2 years ago, it was the beginning of a time in our marriage that was very difficult. And it took us a very long time to get through it. Our marriage, like many others, has had its ups and its downs.
So what?
It took a lot of work and a whole lot of therapy.
What a bunch of garbage.
To get to a place where I could forgive Anthony.
Oh, please, a place to forgive Anthony. He's a deviant sicko. Throw him out.
It was an easy choice in any way.
But you made the decision to stick with your man. Why?
That it was worth staying in this marriage.
Why? Wait, hold it.
That
Stop.
was a decision.
It's worth staying in this marriage? Why? He's a prize? A man like this, a grown man with a baby who does a thing like this you decide to stay with, and she works for Hillary Clinton? Now, you wonder why Benghazi happened. You know that Hillary's handprints are all over this wife getting up with him. She went to Hillary and said, what should I do? Should I divorce him? She said, oh, no, stand by your man the way I did with Bill. Everything will be fine. Look where we are today. So she gets up there. Yes, you know what? America is deserving of politicians like this. It's disgusting. Can you believe that you're listening to this in your day and age? Where are the quality people in New York City who might run for office? What happened to that city? After Dr. Soda is finished up here, what's his name, Dr. Soda Bloomberg, who made a disgrace of himself over the last year, a laughingstock. He'll be remembered not for anything he did that might have been good, only for the stupidity that he exhibited with the soda bans and the fat bans and the hot dog bans and the salt bans and the escalator bans. He'll be remembered as a moron, a billionaire idiot, a bumbling fool. That's what he will be remembered. That is Bloomberg's legacy. He could spend $1 billion, and he's not going to wipe away the putz he made of himself. Now we come to Act Two. Weiner. The man shows his private parts, forced to resign, and now this comes up. And take a look at what's waiting in the wings if he should resign. Take a look at who's running against him, someone lower than him. But, you know, I don't want to hear about any jokes about the parts of the body because it's stupid, it's childish. But if you listen to the speech Weiner gave, which was scripted for him by some moron public relations firm, the wife, moron public relations firm, these kids go to college, these idiots. They get a degree in PR, crisis management, white-collar crisis management. They all read from the same playbook. It sounds like dreck, nothing, garbage, rubbish. We worked hard on our marriage. We fixed our marriage. It took us a long time to get through it. Our marriage, like many others, has had its ups and its downs. It took a lot of work and a whole lot of therapy to get to a place where I could forgive Anthony. But it was not an easy choice in any way. But I made the decision that it was worth staying in this marriage. Do you believe a word of Huma's statement? She's worse than he is. She embarrassed herself. If she had any self-respect, she would have divorced him. So why is she still with him? Why did Hillary Clinton tell her to stay with Anthony Weiner? What does Anthony Weiner have on Huma that he's blackmailed her with? You want to get down and dirty? You think they sat there and played cards for the last 2 years? While he was... Let me stop right there. What do you think this guy was doing in his private bedroom? Obviously, they don't have a sex life. If the man was still doing what he did before, their marriage is based upon power, not upon love, not upon sex. It's based upon power. It's a power couple. And so they stay together only to maintain the power that they think they have. Well, let me tell you something. They have no power. Who is this guy? A disgraced schmuck from Queens. A putz. He's a stereotype of everything wrong. He is the, if you say he's the Woody Allen of politics, what you're doing is you're building him up, not breaking him down. He is every negative stereotype of the Woody Allen stereotype. You want me to get into this on a level of ethnicity and race? I'm not going to do it because that's where we're going to go if this keeps up. He's an embarrassment not only to himself, but to his own people. And if he had any decency, he would have disappeared from the limelight for the rest of his life. I'll be right back.
But I did know that I wanted to give it a try. Anthony's made some horrible mistakes, both before he resigned from Congress and after. But I do very strongly believe that it is between us and all
it is
our
not.
marriage.
No, it isn't.
We discussed all
What
of this
about you,
before
you
he
narcissistic
decided to
fool?
run for mayor. So really what I want to say is, I love him.
You love him. What does that tell us about you? You believe in what? Oh, my God, this is sad. Moving forward? Who wrote this garbage? Which college girl on which med... I'm perplexed. I'm angry. I'm frustrated that it gets lower by the day. Sicker. Sicker. Like a sewer. American politics filled with dreck from a sewer. The wife is forced to get up there with the perv and say things that everyone knows are patently false. First of all, she says it is between us. It's not between you. The man wants to run New York City. He's a public figure, and so are you. It's not between you. He's a sicko. He's an ill man. He belongs in Creedmoor Mental Hospital. He needs to go away for a very long time to save your child from him. Then let's go on to the next statement. I love him. What do you love about him? Huma, we the people are asking you, Huma. You believe in him? What do you believe in him? What do you believe in him? What is it about him that you believe in? What do you love about him? Do you understand this is not working? That the drugged college girl who wrote the script for you should be fired? Nobody is buying any of this crap that you Democrats put out on a daily basis. This rubbish that are written by kids who went to college who have been drugged for the time they're a year old. Come out and write this dreck, and no one believes a word you say. Why am I so angry over this? I'm angry for a couple of reasons. One, that a deviant like this wouldn't just disappear from the public sphere and be done with it already. Good luck to you. Open a hardware store in Omaha. Go into the witness protection program. Get a nose job and move to Cleveland. Open a brassiere store. Go into what you really like, Anthony. Get out of politics. Open an internet porn site. You'll be a much happier man. That's all. What are you doing? You actually think people are going to forgive you because you dragged your wife through the mud with you? That's what's running through my mind. Am I wrong? And there's no jokes here. There's no, Weiner jokes. It's not funny. This is pathetic. This is a sad man. This comes on the heels of that other clown with the mustache, Geraldo Rivera, with the towel. What a sad sack he's become in his life. Oh, my God, one after the other exhibiting themselves when nobody wants. Please leave us out of it. You're not a bunch of 9-year-old children sexting each other. What are you thinking? Grown men doing this. People are nauseous from this. With what's going on in the Middle East, blown up in our face because of Hillary Clinton. Because of Obama, the Middle East is on fire, like a tinderbox about to blow. And we're supposed to be concerned about this? Obama has taken a wrecking ball to the economy. He's giving speeches this week on how to build the economy. What would Obama know about building an economy? He has never produced a product or service that anyone has purchased. Zero. Nothing. Not one senator that I know of has produced a business or a service that anyone actually needs. All they know how to do is tear down and tax. That's all they know how to do. That's why everyone hates them. And now we have this wants to be mayor of the city of New York? What happened to the politicians of the past? Of course, many of them were a little on the take, or they did patronage jobs. Everyone knows that. That's what they go into the position for. Connected to powerful people who put them in the position, and they pay them back with contracts, and they pay them back with many patronage jobs. But there was a decorum, there was a decency, there was an honor attached to the position. People understood that politicians were shady, but there was a decorum about it. They had a decent family life. At least they kept it, what they were doing, away from the public. They weren't so sick that they couldn't hide their illness. This is a sick man. This is an ill man. He should have surgery, go into the witness protection program. He should move to Guam and open a business selling frogs' legs. That's what Anthony Weiner should do. Nose job, new identity, witness protection, move to Guam, and sell frogs' legs to France. That wouldn't be a bad living. At least it would be honorable.